Hey, it's Jana Heath with Fusion Fitness Training, and today I'm going to be working with the band, a ball, and a weight. So if you have those three things, great. If not, use what you've got. So we're going to start with just being on the ball with our head on the ball. So you're going to put your butt on the ball, you're going to walk yourself out so your head is on the ball. You're going to grab this weight in your hands, if you have it. Your head and your shoulders are on your ball. What you're going to do is reach back behind you in a lat pullover and pull your knees apart. Okay, I'm setting the timer, we're going. So again, reach those arms as straight as possible over your head, pull those knees apart. It's not the most attractive exercise, but it's a very effective one. So we're just jumping right in. Hopefully you've warmed up a little bit. I'm on a limited time schedule, so I just wanted to get in this full body workout with an emphasis on your glutes and your hamstrings and your hip flexors. So we're just going to work with a band above the knee. It's above the knee. Again, if you don't have a band, no big deal. Good. You're going to place that weight down. You're going to set your hand on the floor here, and you're going to straighten the same leg. So if it's the right hand, the right leg, and you're going to pull it up and crunch towards the knee. Just take your time. Do use this hand on the floor to support you. Again, if you don't have a band, it's no big deal. Switch sides, placing that other hand on the floor for support, and then crunch towards the other knee. You can do this on the floor if you don't have a ball. Okay, grab your weight again. We're going to repeat those two exercises. So again, the lat pullover, woo! The lat pullover, and you're going to keep those arms straight. You're going to pull those knees apart against the band. If you don't have a ball, you can do this on the floor. If you don't have a band, you can do this without the band. If you don't have a weight, you can certainly do this without a weight. So, no worries. Okay, put that weight down, go to that crunch. So I've got one hand on the floor supporting me, and I'm crunching towards that knee. It starts to really fatigue. If you've got the band on especially, you're going to feel some fatigue in your leg, and that is completely normal. So if you're wondering, with or without the band, why you're starting to feel it here, it's especially with the band, you're pushing against the resistance. And even without the band, you're bending that leg, and you're using, or you're contracting the hamstring muscles in your leg and the quadricep muscles in your leg, so the front and the back of your leg. And so after a while, they're going to get tired. So we're focused on working our core because we're doing an oblique crunch, but there's other moving parts. So just keep that in mind. You might not feel your belly burn first. You might feel your quad or hamstring burn first. And that's okay. Okay, we're going to come to the floor. You're going to lie on your back, and if you do have a ball, you're going to put your feet on it. If you don't have a ball, you can certainly put your feet on something else that's stable, or you can put your feet on the floor. Keeping this weight, if you have it, this time we're going to bend and straighten the elbows. Let me scooch down so you can see me a little better here. So we're doing triceps instead of lats. And then we're going to lift up in a bridge at the same time. So when your arms go up, your butt goes up, and when your arms bend, your butt comes down. So again, you can do this with your feet on a ball or on a floor or something stable like a couch or a very sturdy chair or a step or a bench, anything that's stable. Or you can simply put your feet on the floor. Now, if we want to add some resistance, if you've got the band on, you can see I'm going to start pulling my knees apart like we did in the hip raises off the ball, just to add a little more bang for your buck there. Excellent. Now you're going to take that ball and just push it aside for a second. You're going to straighten your legs. And you're going to reach the arms up, rolling up and pulling one knee in at a time, alternating the knees as you roll up. Use your exhale to help you come up off the floor. Try not to use too much momentum from the weight in your hands if you have a weight in your hands. Try and use your core to pull you up. Notice I'm going nice and slow. I'm trying to resist that urge to fall back to the floor, just slowly rolling back. Good. You're going to take that ball under your feet again if you've got one. Go back to the bridges with the tricep extension and pull those knees apart if you've got a band on. And take that ball away. Roll up slowly, reaching your arms up. Pull the knee into your chest and roll back down. Exhale as you come up. Good. Okay, you're going to flip over onto all fours right here. We're going to take the weight, if you have one, in one hand, and the opposite leg is going to lift up. So I'm doing a tricep kickback, and I'm extending the opposite leg behind me. You can do this with or without a band. You can do this without the weight. You can just do the leg if you want, or you can reach your hand forward like this if you want, if you don't have a weight, for more of a bird dog exercise. Challenging your core a little more. We're going to switch sides, switch arms, switch legs. Okay, now we're going to do plank jacks, or you can always stand up and do regular jacks, or you can tap out if you want to, which just, instead of a jumping jack, you just tap your foot out to the side. I'm going to do some plank jacks right here. Now that band obviously adds an extra challenge, so if you've got the band, you're going to feel a little bit more burn in your outer thighs. If you don't, you might feel more in your core, or if your arms are tired, you might feel it in your shoulders. You do want to keep your shoulders over your wrists. Okay. Back to the tricep kickback with the opposite leg kicking back, reaching back straight behind you. Again, if you have a band, it's going to feel more challenging, slightly, I would say, maybe more than slightly, but you'll still feel it either way. And it's difficult to keep your balance, so if you need to let go of doing the arm, just do the leg. Try and keep your body aligned with your shoulder over your wrist. Switch. Almost there. Okay, and back to your jacks. So what I want to show you is if you're doing a stepping tap out, you just tap out like that. Okay? Otherwise we're jacking, plank jacking, or standing jack. Okay, I'm going to grab a very quick sip of water, and then we're going to stand up with our weight. The band should still be above your knees, both knees, if you have to. Plie squat here, and triceps. So you notice we're doing a lot of triceps today. Plie squat and reach up. There we go. So just reaching up over your head with 2 hands on the weight. Now, if you cannot do this because you have a shoulder issue, you can simply do a tricep kickback like we just did, because we will repeat this exercise. You can do one arm and then the other. So we're doing a nice deep plie squat or sumo squat if you need it to be a little more manly. Keeping those heels down, sitting back in your squat. Don't let the knees push too far forward. Good. You're going to take your weight in your hands here. You're going to twist and bring the knee up. This is a very basic, strange exercise. It's not strange unless you have a band on your knee. So if you don't have a band on your knee, around your legs, you can probably get your knee up a lot higher. But looking at me, it probably seems like, what the hell is she doing? But it burns. I don't do anything if it doesn't work. I don't have time. So just twisting through the torso, pulling those knees up. I'm feeling a lot of fatigue in my legs with this band on. Without the band, like I said, get those knees up high. I'm going a little wide. I can't go very wide because of the band. You can go wider. Good. Fix that band. Sumo or plie squat here. Triceps. Hang in there, push down into those heels. And we're going to twist. Again, bring those knees up as high as you can. Hang in there, almost done, almost done. Good. And we're gonna do plank taps, and then we're gonna be done. So I'm gonna come down into a forearm plank, extend my legs here, and I'm gonna tap against the band here. Now, if you need to just practice planking, that's fine. You can also plank with your knees down. If you do that, you just drop down like this. Just keep your back flat. Almost there. And rest. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. Take some time to stretch. Again, I'm Jana Heath with Fusion Fitness Training, and I hope to